But in the end, it's a loss.
Question marks and L's. Yeah, the NFC East is the first division since 1970 in which all teams have 3 or fewer wins through Week 10. Here's a look at the standings. I mean, the Eagles still in first position, but truly, there's just a lot to unpack there. And the headline in Philly, courtesy of the Philadelphia Inquirer, reads, "Coddling Carson. Peterson needs to hold QB accountable." James Jones and Maurice Jones-Drew join me now for this one. Guys, the NFC East is a disaster, no doubt. There's legitimate concern in Philly about the team. And our Mike Silver reporting that shaking up the head coach or even the QB is not totally out of the question. That said, if the Eagles were to move on from Wentz, it would cost them $59 million. So all of this considered, James, what's wrong with the Eagles?
Everything is wrong with the Eagles. The Eagles have a lot of problems, man. I mean, let's start with the offensive side of the ball. I mean, Carson Wentz, yes, you got to hold him accountable, but he is out there with people that he wasn't expecting to play with the start of the season, man. And this offense is beat up from the offensive line to the receivers. This offense is beat up. So it's tough. You watch them play football games. It's tough for them to try to put some plays together to go down there and score some points. I don't see this offense being able to score more than 10 points a game against any defense. They are struggling. They do not have the weapons out there. And you could say play call and you could say Carson Wentz. They just do not have the talent to compete. And that's where the Eagles are right now, Drew.
This is my problem, JJ. You give this man $100 million, and we make excuses for him. We always do this for the quarterback. I'm going to tell you, when I got paid in Jacksonville, I needed to rush for 1,000 yards or more. The time I didn't do it, they let me hit free agency. That's what happened. So you have to hold them accountable. I don't care that you don't have receivers out there, your O-line's banged up. We gave you $130 million to win ball games. That's why we gave you the money, because we felt like when things don't happen, you need to be deodorant. You got to be able to cover up some of our stink. And the problem is Carson Wentz is the one that's stinking it up. He's trying to force the ball in the coverage. He doesn't get the ball out quickly. He's always trying to make a play, losing the ball in the pocket, getting strip sacked, turn the ball over late. Holding him accountable is the first thing you have to do if you're an Eagles organization. It has nothing to do with the coaching. If I call a play and a guy is open and you don't throw it to him, you scramble around and you fumble the ball, that's on the quarterback. I'm tired of as a national media, I'm tired of everyone in the National Football League coddling these quarterbacks. Don't pay them that money then. Pay them what they deserve, not the $100 million, and then I'll say, okay, he doesn't have enough weapons. Okay, we need to run the ball a little bit more. Okay, we need to have a better offensive line.
All right, he said what he said. And as we saw, the Eagles sit atop of the division. But let's get into their remaining schedule, guys. Not ideal. 3-5-1 as it currently stands. Let's start here with Week 11, MJD, against the Browns.
Listen, the Browns are going to win. They're running the ball well. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
JJ, Week 12 against the Seahawks.
I know people want us to talk on TV and try to give the Eagles some hope or, hey, break these games down. But I'm looking at this schedule, man, and I'm just saying L. And it looks like it's going to be L all the way down. But you could go next, Drew.
Green Bay, L. No question.
All right.
New Orleans, L. And
without Drew Brees?
L.
Double down on that one.
Well, here goes an L to the Arizona Cardinals. We just saw what they did last week.
What about this one, though?
I mean, this one is tough. So I'm gonna talk about this one for a little bit right here. This one is tough because this right here is two bad teams playing against each other. And at this point of the season, you never know. This game might be for the division title. It possibly could be. So they might have some mojo or something going in this game. But I just feel like the Dallas Cowboys will finish the season better than the Eagles will. And I'm giving the Dallas Cowboys this game. They're going to take another L right here, Drew.
Oh, final one.
JJ, that's so disrespectful. I'm gonna say they win. I would say they win the last two games. I just feel like, the Washington football team, they're still trying to figure things out. Yes, they played well against the Detroit Lions, but they're also banged up as well offensively. Hopefully, Carson Wentz and them can make it work.
Drew, am I the only one who watched the Giants game last week? Because you giving them Cowboys in Washington like they just that team.
That's a whole other discussion, JJ. That's a whole other chat. Right now, you're giving the Eagles a final record on the year 4-11-1. JJ and MJD, Not that far-fetched, guys. Thank you. All right, in case you missed it, we had Vikings at Bear Monday Night Football action. Chicago looking to put an end to their 3-game skid. Now we go to the opening kickoff of the second half. Bears receiving here, trailing 7-6. Cordero Patterson returns the kickoff for how many? 104 yards for a touchdown. That's Patterson's 8th career kickoff return for a touchdown. He is tied for most in NFL history. Gave the Bears the lead there, 13-7. So we go to the fourth quarter. It's after Nagy's celebration there. Vikings ball, game tied at 13, 3rd and 4. Kirk Cousins hits Adam Thielen for the touchdown. Vikings take the lead there, 19-13. Later in the fourth, Bears ball, same score, 1st and 10. Nick Foles under pressure here, tries to get rid of it as he's pulled to the ground. Listen, Foles lands hard on that one. They have to bring the medical card out to get him off the field. So now their starting QB is out for the rest of the game, and the Bears drop their 4th straight, 19-13. The final score there. Let's get you caught up on the latest headlines. Tom Pelissero with us now, and it sounds like Nick Foles' injury that we just saw might not be as bad as originally thought, Tom.
Well, MJ, Nick Foles has a deep bruise in the glute area as well as a hip pointer from that big hit that he took last night against the Vikings. Bears are headed into a bye here. It's still too soon to say whether Foles potentially could be ready in 2 weeks for a big game against the Packers. But remember, the Bears' other quarterback, Mitch Trubisky, also has his status up in the air because of a shoulder injury. A lot of quarterback questions for a Bears team that's been going in the wrong direction. Staying in the NFC North, Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford, I'm told, has a partial tear in a ligament on the thumb on his throwing hand. Now, Stafford is as tough as anybody. They will evaluate him this week in practice, see how well he's able to throw the ball, but this guy has played through a lot. The expectation is Stafford will start on Sunday against the Panthers. Carolina's quarterback also banged up, but I am told the expectation is Teddy Bridgewater will practice on a limited basis on Wednesday. He has an MCL sprain in his knee. It is considered to be relatively minor, and Coach Matt Rule has expressed optimism that Bridgewater will be ready to go. Meanwhile, Broncos quarterback Drew Lock, I'm told, had x-rays on his ribs that came back negative, but he's got some bad muscle strains and bad bruising. I'm told that he is at this point considered to be week to week. Nobody has ruled him out for Sunday against the Dolphins, but it is going to be an uphill battle, MJ, for Lock to be ready.
All right, Tom, let's look ahead to the finale of Week 11. History will be made Monday night during the Rams-Bucks game. Tell us more, Tom.
That's right, MJ. The first all-black officiating crew in NFL history will take the field on Monday night. This is a crew that is led by referee Jerome Boger, who is the 3rd black referee in NFL history. And on a normal basis, every other week, 5 members of that crew are black. They will be joined this week by 2 additional members for what constitutes as a historic event very close to the 100th anniversary of the NFL, and what a way for the league to celebrate, MJ.
Love to see it, Tom. Thank you. Coming up next, it seems almost unfair
Oh, my goodness.
that a play this good
Kyler Murray threw up a prayer.
can't be a mic drop moment.
And D-Hop brought it down.
But in the NFL, you're not only as good as your last game, you're only as good as your next one. After the break, Kyler versus Russell. Who's got the edge? From the first game of the week to the game of the week, the champs and the challengers, why the Chiefs have a problem. Plus, no disrespect to a couple